Can I get a dime for your thoughts? Yeah, let's get to it. Welcome to the 365 vlog. Let's go. So hello people, today is April 14th, 2016, day 105 of the 365 vlog, and I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit more about myself. So one of the things that I want to talk to you guys about today is one of the fears that I have in life, and that is that I'm scared of roller coasters. And maybe amusement parks in general, because they make me feel all queasy up in the stomach, and I don't understand why it makes me feel like that. So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about today about why I don't like these shits. So why don't I like roller coasters or amusement parks in general is because a general consensus that I have on my life is that I want to live it to the fullest, and I feel that every time I go to an amusement park / ride a roller coaster, I'm chipping off years off of my life, and eventually, or in the long run, trying to kill myself slowly. Now, a lot of people out there love the adrenaline rush when it comes to that first dip when you're coming on the roller coaster. Now, let me break down a couple of things that happens to me while I am on a roller coaster. The first step is obviously regret, because I regret why the hell did I actually do this in the first place. So as the roller coaster goes up that slow incline, I'll never understand why it's so slow, because it makes me really upset, because I'm just like, really though? Why is it so slow? Why do I have to think about my impending doom? Why can't that be the fast part and the down part the slow part? I guess that's physics and shit, right? So going up this high incline, I start to think to myself, man, maybe I should have turned around on the line. Granted, when you go to a roller coaster line, them shits is long as fuck. So once you are at the front part of the line, there ain't no going back. Everybody's gonna look at you funny, and you're going to get peer pressured by everyone and their mom to go on that roller coaster. And I'm like, fuck. All right, so I'm already on the roller coaster, so there's not much I can do at this point. So at this point, we're about to reach the peak. And at all this point, I start getting religious and holy and shit, and start thinking to myself, oh Jesus, how I didn't call your name a whole bunch of times in my life. That's a lie. I call him like every other 5 seconds. But I call him and I'm like, oh, what's good, homie? I really need some help to get out of this situation. And you know what he says? Where your ass was at when we were praying in the church. And then the dip happens. And then all reason starts to break loose. And I think this is a part of the roller coaster experience that I don't think everyone experiences, but everyone experiences differently. So one of the things that goes through me is that I experience an out-of-body experience where my soul leaves my body at the peak because he said fuck you to the physical, because he was like, yo, I'm not going down. So we have a little disconnect at this point. Science would term this convulsions in your brain, you know, slightly when you hit a certain amount of G's that your brain starts to go a little fuzzy. But I call this the out-of-body experience because my body was like, yo, we were at the top, why didn't we stay there? So we're going down at speeds that are not humanly possible, or make my brain feel like it's hitting the back of my head. That shit is not cool. And then I start to go through some other phases. My eyes close up, drool comes out uncontrollably. For maybe 3 to 2 seconds, I am blacked out. And I'm wondering what's happening and wondering if this is natural. And it's not, because it's fucking man-made. Now we've got through all the hard parts. Now this shit is pretty much a breeze as we go through all these turns. But some of these turns are hair neck breaking or some shit. Like my neck could be like this. And I'm like, what? Why am I going like this? And I'm going, and then, and then. See how I just did that on the camera and made you feel a little woozy? That's how I feel when I'm on the roller coaster. Now, quick story of the first time I ever went on a roller coaster, for real, them big boy roller coasters, is when I was in high school and we had a field trip and shit, because that was the bomb, and we went to Six Flags. May that place go somewhere, because I hate it. So these people, who I'd like to call friends, but they're not really friends, because they actually made me go on the roller coaster. Evil motherfuckers, y'all know who they are, and I've told them this story, and they lived it. Was that them motherfuckers wanted to drag me onto the nitro. My ass had never been on a roller coaster like that. The closest shit I had come to a roller coaster was when I was fucking little, and I was at Sesame Place with my dad, and we rode the shit, and I almost died there, and I was 5. So this shit is going crazy right now. Now this day was all great and shit, it was all nice, there was no lines for some reason. I guess it was during the week, because people don't go on roller coasters during the week because they're trying to do their job and not die. So we was walking and shit, and they were like, oh, let's go on this ride. And me and all my ignorance trying to be cool with all my friends wanted to go along. So we're walking, I'm like, this is alright. And from a distance, the nitro didn't look so bad. I was like, oh, this is not so bad, why not? So we get closer, and then I catch all reality, and sense starts to go into my brain that this might kill me. So I fucking stop, hit the ground, and I'm like, hell no, motherfuckers, you are not taking me on that shit. Hell no. And I start breaking down, and they start dying. Who the fuck dies when their friend is thinking about dying while you're laughing at him? That's fucked up. So eventually I got caught in between the line at the point where I told you earlier, where there's the point of no return where your ass has to go on it. So we're eventually on the nitro. This shit is huge as fuck, and we have like at least a 5-minute wait till we get to the peak of the roller coaster. And I had some few choice words for these people I call friends. Now, I told these motherfuckers that I hated them since the day I met them. Now, granted, I was in my last point of survival where I was trying to get out all my frustrations before we hit the top, because ain't shit gonna happen once we hit the top. But I got it out anyways. Now, this is the shit that really blows my mind, because when you hit the top, you see everything. This shit is like your life flashing because it looks so beautiful. You ever hear like the silence at the top of the mountain type shit? That's what it's like when you're at the top of the roller coaster, and I'm sitting over here like the motherfucker like, oh. Then we hit the top, and then I fucking black out for like 8 seconds, come back to life, and then this shit is crazy. So, moral of the story of today is, don't go on roller coasters if you can't handle that shit. You got a bad heart, you got some disease, just don't do it in general. You don't want to chip your life off without actually seeing it. I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure people who have gone on some crazy ass rides have come back with some gray hairs. But for you adrenaline junkies, y'all got some fast paced ass lives. Keep up with that shit. I don't admire you, but that's a skill in and of itself. But that's all I have for you today, guys. I hope that you enjoyed, and don't go on roller coasters. The summer's coming, so you're probably gonna do it. Can't really talk you out of it, but it's a really bad idea. But if you made it to the end of this video, don't hesitate to hit the like button if you enjoyed this story. And if this is the first time seeing my face, it certainly won't be the last, because I make new videos every day, and I hope that you enjoy them. But question of the day, what's your worst roller coaster you've been on? Do you like roller coasters at all? I keep hitting you guys with these multiple questions. I should make this shit easy, but riding roller coasters ain't. But until next time, guys, I'm Vandal, and don't forget to keep it 365. Peace. Bye.